Okay, in this session, we'll be talking about the nature of management. In the previous session, we have studied about the definition of management, how this term management can be interpreted in different ways, and what is the need of management. So, now we are going to talk about the nature of management. So, you can call it as the nature or you can call it as a feature. So, what do you mean by nature of management? The one thing is like uh, the management is always goal oriented. So this is one nature of management. So now management is always goal oriented. The first point. So it is see management. It is a mean to achieve certain goals. So it has no justifications. So management doesn't have any justifications to exist without any goal. Simply it cannot be there. So management is there means it is there for some purpose. So management is there to achieve certain goals. So if it doesn't have any goals, so there is no need of management also. So management goals, we call it as the group goals or the organization goals. So what is the basic goal of management? So the basic goal of management is to ensure the efficiency in the utilization of human resources, physical resources, financial resources. And also the goal of the management is to ensure a good economy in the utilization of human resources, financial resources, and the physical resources. So the success of this management can be measured by the extent to which the established goal is achieved. So if that is done, the management is purposeful. So this is one thing. So this is the one nature of management. So here the management is goal oriented. Goal oriented in the sense the management is there to achieve some goals. So without goals, there is no need of management. So this management goal is known as the organization goal or the group goal. So one who is working for that organization, so they will contribute in achieving the organization goal. So what is the basic goal of management? So the basic goal of management is to ensure the efficient utilization or economic utilization of human resources, the infrastructure, as well as the financial resources. So, how do you measure the success? The success of this management can be measured by which how the established goal is being achieved. So, whatever goal is being decided, how it is achieved. So, established goal, if you are achieving means, then the management is purposeful. So, this is one nature of management. The second one is universal. The second one is universal. The management is universal. So whatever organization you take, whether it can be a small organization, whether it can be a large organization. So every industry, every organization, every sector. So uh, in those sectors, the management is needed. It's an essential element. So management will be there. So the management is universal. So it is an essential element in any organized sector. So irrespective of the size of the people, irrespective of the type of the activity which is being performed. So the management is universal. So the management is an essential element for every organized activity, irrespective of their size, irrespective of the type of the activity that is being associated. So, when more people, when two or more people are there in a working condition, or when two or more people are working in an organization, so their main task is to achieve some common goal. So, in order to achieve that common goal, here the management is necessary to manage those people to manage those people. So this is thing. So when we have one or more people or working for an organization with having some common goal, the management is necessary. So here the organizations can be like, it can be, see, for if you take an example of a cricket team, so you need some managers to manage them. So you have a captain who will be managing the team members, and also we'll have a selection committee who will be managing the players. They are the one who are making the decision to select the best player, so like that. So it can be any organization, it can be a club, it can be an university, it can be a government organization, it can be a private organization, it can be a business organization. So all this organization require management. So without management, the efficiency of achieving the goal will be lesser. So the management is needed. So the management is applicable. The management is applicable in areas where the organization or the organized effort is required. So the managers will be performing this managerial functions at all the levels in an organization. So this is the second thing. The first one is management is a goal oriented. The second one is management is universal. So apart from this, the management is an integrative. The management is an integrative force. The management is an integrative force. So what is this integrative force? See, the main objective or the main essence of management is to coordinate the individual efforts. So the main, for example, we have a team of some four people who are working for achieving some common goal. So these four people will be managed by a manager. So what is this main aim? So the main aim of him is to coordinate those individual efforts in that team. So here, here that manager will reconcile his the team's their people's individual goal with the organization goal. As a unifying force, the management will create have a whole goal which will be more than the sum of individual parts. So here what is thing is it is reconciling the individual goal to align with the organization goal. So it is integrating, and also this management will integrate the human resources and other infrastructure resources for achieving that goal. So management is an integrative force in the sense. So here the management will take care of coordinating the individual efforts in a team, and also it will reconcile the individual goals with the organization goal, or it will realign the individual goals with the organization goals, and also it will create a complete goal which is a sum of individual goals. And also it will integrate this human resources and other resources that are required for achieving that goal. So this is the nature. Management is an integrated. So whatever people, so whoever is working for that organization, whether it will be working at the lower level or the mid level or at the his common goal will be to align with the organization goal. So whatever task is doing, one thing you should keep in mind is that task should reconcile with the organization goal or to meet the organization goal. So individual efforts will be summed up to achieve the organization goal. And this management is a social process. This management is a social process. So what is this social process? We know that management is done by people. It is done by people. It is management is done for the people, and it is done through the people itself. So here only the people are involved. So management is done by the people, it is done through the people, and it is done for the people. So that's why it's a social process. Why? It is concerned with the interpersonal relationship. So as I said earlier, this human factor is the most important contributor or a most important element in management. So management is the development of people, um, where a good manager will be a leader rather than the boss. So it is the human element which will give the management a special character as a social process. So, when you're talking about this management as a social process, this management is done by the people, it is done through the people, and it is done for the people. So, it is concerned with the interpersonal relationship. As I said earlier, this human factor is the most important factor which will give the management a special character as a social process. So these are some of the natures of management. So one is management is goal oriented, the management is universal, the management is an integrative force, the management is a social process. So these are the natures of management.